Welcome to the iOS demo of the Braille Sonar app, and at your fingertips creation. Hello, I'm the lead developer, David Ward. For those of you who've used the app before, I think you're really going to enjoy our new UEB support. But for you beginners who want to know what Braille Sonar can do, let's start at the very beginning. We'll just take a brief walkthrough of the app. So let's get started. We'll launch the app. When launching the app for the first time, you'll be brought to the tutorial screen. Feel free to look over that, and of course you can navigate to a button below to shut it off, so it won't load on every boot of the app. And if you want to take a look again, simply go to the Help and Settings page, and you'll find it there, along with an option to turn it back on. So we'll move on to the app's home search screen by pushing the Home button to take us to the main search page. This is located at the bottom of the tutorial page, or a corresponding button is also located in the top right-hand corner. Once on our main search screen, we can use the search in one of several ways. First, we can look up by English word or word part or punctuation. Say I want to look up an exclamation mark or the abbreviation for TH. I just type that in and hit enter, and boom, I get my results. Let's try this first by entering the number 7 into the search field, and then we can simply hit the Go key on the keyboard. Now that we're on the results page, let's outline some of its features. On the results page, the visual will always represent the first item on the list. And as you can see, there are several results here in this list for the number 7 in Braille. To see a visual of a subsequent item, locate that item and tap on the button labeled See Visual, which is after that item. Your page will refresh with a visual of that Braille displayed now at the top. An additional feature is present both at the bottom of the results page and in the Help and Settings section. This is the new UEB, or Unified English Braille Support feature. By navigating to the bottom of the results page, you can adjust the setting to show English Braille American Edition, the older BANA standard, or the newly adopted Unified English Braille, UEB for short, standard. Or you can view both, so you can compare them side by side. Note, the older English Braille American Edition we simply call American Edition when you're doing a side-by-side comparison. When looking at UEB entries on the results page, you have an additional option on many entries right after the aforementioned See Visual button. This is an option made available to Braille Sonar users who have purchased the Pro Edition. You can, on hundreds of entries, go directly to the International Council on English Braille, or ICEB's, manuals that deal with the specific rules governing that symbol's usage. The International Council on English Braille is the organization that established the UEB standard. We're especially proud of this new feature and being the first to bring it to the iOS platform. Now let's continue with the tutorial for new users. We'll now return to the home search page. Now that we're back at the main search page, notice our second search field option. We can look up by Braille.scene. In other words, let's say I'm reading some Braille, and I run across a Braille contraction I'm not familiar with, even a multi-cell contraction. I simply enter the dots and hit the lookup button. No spaces are needed. So let's say I see the letter B and the letter L by itself. I enter those dots, 1, 2 for the letter B, then 1, 2, 3 for the letter L. I hit the Go button on the keyboard, or the corresponding lookup button, and I get my result, which is, in this case, is the whole word contraction for blind. Now back on our main search page, we have a few more features to show you. Under the Braille.scene search field is a single cell lookup for visual users or others who are perhaps not as familiar with Braille. It displays a picture of each of the dots on the corresponding button. So for example, I can simply tap the dot 1 button then the lookup button, and I'll get my result, which would be the letter A. Our last feature is the Braille Index. This contains the entire database of Braille contractions and commonly misconstrued signs that are seen. You can navigate through the list 10 items at a time and simply select the one you're interested in. You will be presented with an explanation as well as a visual of what it looks like. I hope you find the Braille Sonar app very useful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to go to the help screen and send us an email. For further information about the app and our privacy policy, tap on the About button under Help. Thanks for purchasing the Braille Sonar app. As a legally blind individual and Braille reader, I sincerely hope you find it useful.